All right, here it is, the 3rd of July in humid southwest Louisiana. And my tonneau top, which I really like, got hit by a little bit of wind, and it pulled, as you can see, all the rivets out of the holes. Now, I did have some rivets that were left in there, and I had to go over to my favorite place, Lowe's, and picked up a punch and was able to punch out the rivets right there. 2 of them went in. 2 of them had to be drilled out, and this part right here had to be straightened. So right back. Okay, I had to run over and get some sandpaper real quick. I'm going to be using a little epoxy on each one of the holes, and because I'm going to be using epoxy, I want to make sure that it's going to be able to adhere really good. And this is really decent plastic. I really have enjoyed this on the back of my truck. There were some complaints about this, and that these pieces here weren't quite long enough to keep it secured on the locks, which I found not to be a big issue. Big plus on this also that I didn't even realize I was getting was the LED light here, which is invaluable if you're on a late job. But everything came apart, and you can see some other videos on how to take those apart very simply. Of course, it has a latch here if you want to hold it up there. And got all my stuff together. So what I'm going to do now is prepare the holes by putting some epoxy around each one of them. And on the base, like I said, which I did have to straighten out, and get all my tools set up, and then I will be back. Okay, I have everything ready at this time. Went and got some lucite epoxy, like I said, from over at Lowe's, which it's kind of like Cheers to me. Everybody knows your name. This is the kind that mixes itself together at the same time. So I'm going to make sure I get some around each one of the holes. There we go. And on here. Now, I did not get the quick 1-minute epoxy. I got the 5-minute epoxy because I want to make sure I have plenty of time to put all my rivets in before it starts to set on me, which is seriously important if you're going to do a good job. Okay, there we go. All right, you have to be careful. Make sure you draw that back or you're going to get it everywhere, which I got a little bit down there, but that's okay. I have some flooring set up for that. Set it off to the side. And now I'm going to put my device on there and start putting the pop rivets in. Be back. All right, here we have the seal. And of course, it had to rip off while it was, coming off. Nothing ever just sort of comes out real easy. And you can see that piece lays on like that. And then I have another little piece that ripped off that goes on right there. It's important that we get the seal back on because that's what keeps all the water out of the back of your truck. So I'm going to let that, like I said, sit for a little bit. I just wanted to show you the pieces, and if you see that on yours, not to worry about it. It is fixable. Show you this does go to my 2003 Chevy Silverado, which I have had for quite a few years, and do love the truck big time. Do love my truck. And I got the tonneau top from a place here in town called Zach's Truck and Trailer. They're really good to me whenever I go over there, but it is the 3rd of July, and I kind of wanted to get my tonneau top fixed, and as I am an aircraft mechanic, I figured I could fix it myself. But I know Rip and the boys over there could have done a good job for me. But like I said, I just kind of like to mess around with my own stuff and wanted to fix it, and it looks like it's going to work. So, anyhow, I'll be back in just a few minutes. And alrighty, right now, if you take a look at it, you'll see I've got one was a little slight pop that didn't work too well, but I'm sure it popped in there. And the others are on there, and you can see the epoxy oozed out just a little bit. So right now, we're going to go ahead and let that sit for the about 30 minutes. You can see it's good and tight. And then we'll come back and repair this with probably some E6000, but we got to repair the seal as well. So we'll be back. Well, here it is. I got the final fix on there. I opted to put a little bit of Flex Seal on there to strengthen the repair. But the seal's back on. The rivets are working. You can see it's good and tight. The little epoxy underneath there I'm sure helped. I do a little more repair on that seal left to do, but nothing major. A little more E6000. But on the most part, she's ready to go back on. It is the 4th of July, and I'm going to go enjoy the rest of the day, I think, just have some fun. For those of you who are wondering what that thing is right there, I collect military memorabilia, and that's actually a immersible tent heater. It heats hot water, and then the hot water heats the tent, but that's another project. Maybe I'll film that one too. But here you go, repair on a tonneau top, something I couldn't find any information on. And, well, now everybody can see how to do it. You have yourself a great 4th. Talk to you soon.